Hi everyone, this is the UC Rec and Sport Health and Wellness tips of the day. So over the next few weeks I will be doing some recording and doing bits and pieces of how to stay healthy and well while we're in our little bubble. So today our first thing I'm going to talk about is about water and balance in our lives. So, as you know, everybody's always saying we've got to drink 8 glasses of water a day and you've just got to keep drinking loads and loads and loads. But actually, how much do we really need? So, I did a little bit of research looking in Google Scholar and some nutrition sites, and on average they say that we are made up of 60% of water in our body. 60% of our weight. So how do we regulate water in our daily lives? Some people don't like drinking water and some people end up drinking too much. So today I'm just going to go through the basics of how much water we're going to have and where we get our water intake from. Okay, so we have fluid, we have coffee, tea, water, juice, fizzy drink, and all those sorts of things, and they all come together under liquids. Now, the first thing I wanted to talk about is that we get most of our fluid through liquids through our day, although some of those liquids are dehydrating liquids like coffee and tea, but there is an element of water in those which does contribute to what we need through the day. Now, you'll notice here that 30% of our fluids we get from our food. So what does that mean? That is our fruits and vegetables. Here we go, I've got a bowl here. So we've got apples, we've got tomatoes, some black boy peaches from my tree, carrots. We're always saying, hey, we're just like a carrot, so plenty of water in those. Got a nice fresh rock melon here. There's lots and lots of fluid in there. We also have our courgettes. All of our fruits and vegetables have an element of water in those, and they do vary depending on what kind of food you have, where you live in the world, and what kind of fruits and vegetables are available to you depending on your demographic. So yep, lettuces are great, full of lots of water, so lots of salads in there. Okay, so that's your fruits and vegetables. Now we'll talk about water in the sense of hydration versus dehydration. So we need to make sure that we're in balance throughout the day because we lose water and fluid through sweat, through breathing, and staying hydrated is important to have that through the day for normal bodily functions. So what does water do for us and staying hydrated? So it helps our digestion. It helps our cell growth. What else? It aids as a lubrication for our joints. It delivers oxygen. So we all know that we have blood, and in blood is plasma. And a high percentage of what is in plasma is water. So if we're slightly dehydrated or very dehydrated, it means our heart and our circulation system needs to work harder to be able to pump sluggy, thick, sticky blood around the body. So that is why it's important to drink water so that we deliver enough oxygen to our cells. Our body temperature is regulated by sweat and expiration and inspiration through our lungs. So again, it's the same sort of thing. Body helps us to regulate our body temperature. It is a shock absorber, so when we're doing fitness and exercise, if our joints are drying out, like hard dried chewing gum or a dried up raisin, there's going to be less fluid in the synovial joints of our joints to be able to compensate for the force going through our joints. So the more hydrated we are, the better our synovial fluid will be in our joints, and then hopefully maybe even be less sore. Flushing waste and digestion. So the kidneys flush out all the waste products through our body. So throughout the day, if we drink enough water, it helps to keep our internal organs healthy. Our kidneys are like our filtration system. Our filtration plant down in Canterbury, it's the same type of thing. So by drinking enough water, we're keeping our kidneys healthy, and then we're keeping our digestion healthy as well through our intestines. Okay, so now on the other hand is dehydration. Okay, so when we are thirsty, we all kind of know that by the time you feel you're thirsty, you're probably dehydrated. And that's because it takes some time for the body to let you know that you're thirsty. Okay, so when you are thirsty, yes, you are probably dehydrated, and it is time to have a drink of water. Okay, now when you are dehydrated, what does that look like for you? Okay, so here we have some key things. We've got dry skin, you've got a foggy brain, you can't think very well because our brain needs a lot of fluid. We are tired. People who are yawning and tired will probably have an element of dehydration. If we're feeling hungry, especially for young children, you feel like they're hungry all the time, but sometimes their messages of telling them that they are thirsty versus hungry come across as the same thing. So sometimes it's important during the day just to check in, are you actually hungry or are you dehydrated, and do you need to drink? Most of the time it's difficult to find which one it is, but have a drink. If you've had lunch and then an hour later you're still hungry, maybe you're thirsty. Okay, so today what I'm going to look at is how much water to drink. So they talk about how many litres for an adult. So it's around about 2 to 2.5 litres of fluid throughout the day, or water intake throughout the day. Remembering that 30% of your fluid intake is through food. So that's actually brings it down to about 1.5 litres of fluid a day. And here I've got some water bottles that I've pre-measured. So this is a small one here that's 600 mils. So maybe 2.5 of those. Here's another water bottle that most people have from the supermarket. That's a 700 ml bottle, so maybe 2 and a bit of those. We've got my old Camelback here, that's 750 ml, so only 2 bottles of those a day. So that's with drink bottles. Now, most of us are told to drink 8 large glasses of water a day, but I've measured what 1.5 litres looks like, and it's actually 4 of these glasses. So it's not really 8 large glasses of water a day, or you'll spend most of your day in the bathroom. So a lot of people cannot drink just plain water. So we've got different ways that we can add some flavour into your water for the day. So sometimes you can add in a lemon. And what we do is we want to have a nice, decent segment of lemon. Here we go, and we just drop that, give it a squeeze, let the juice in there, lots of vitamin C, and we can add lemon into your water to add a bit of flavour. We can also have a lime. So the same thing again, we take the top and tail off, and a nice quarter of fresh lime into the water, give it a squeeze and drop that in. We can also add orange, so it's not orange juice, but it adds a bit of orange flavour, and once again more vitamin C. So just a smaller section, and there we go. Add the same thing, or you can combine your orange and lemon and just have a citrus drink all together. And on top of, you can add cucumbers, you can add in celery, all those sorts of things, plus a bit of mint, which is really good for your breath. And you can have mint water. Add a bit of ice, and you've got yourself a nice fresh drink. So some healthy habits about when to drink water. So you can sip your water bottle throughout the day, or you can take it in doses throughout the day. So what I generally like to do is I get up in the morning, you go to the bathroom, do the pee test, have a look. Your urine should be a nice light straw colour. If it's a lot darker, it means you're probably dehydrated, and then just pop into the kitchen and drink a glass of water. So that's 1 glass down for the day. Okay. Morning tea time, have another glass about 10:30. Lunchtime between 12:30 and 1 o'clock, have one more, so that's 3 for the day. And then another one in the late afternoon, about 4 o'clock, maybe 5 o'clock, have your last 4th glass of water for the day, avoiding having lots of water at night, otherwise you might have to wake up during the night. So that's me for today, and talking about healthy ways to stay hydrated, and we'll see you next week with getting back into nature in the garden. Cheers everyone.